Hello, everyone. Welcome, Raw Deal Podcast. Garrett, you look much comfier this week than you normally are.
This is a new set. I literally, so we got a new couch. It was more like a sectional.
It's
but,
a new day!
Yes, it is. Bow down. No,
Good timing. Nah, dude, I'm talking about the, who was it? Whose theme song was that?
Actually,
I don't know.
I'll figure it out. But, yeah, so Garrett, you're looking comfy, bro.
Yeah, so new set. So yeah, sectional got here. We ordered a couch a while ago, and so I was like, hey, we don't have to throw it out. This was actually like a full couch, like 3 pieces and everything, but we took the middle piece out, and I was like, dude, this could be a love seat downstairs. So actually, this is actually not even really together. We still need to get the bar underneath it, but it's good for now. And I actually started using it for another YouTube channel that I started, which I might talk about more later at the end.
Wait, hold on. You have a couch and a new channel. Is this something that should be on YouTube?
Oh, how you doing?
All right. Charlie, how's the life going, man? I haven't heard from you much lately.
Hey, man. I've been studying for tests and got another big test Monday, so that's been my life.
Oh.
You know how it is.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Exactly. And
I know how it is, Charlie. The struggle is real.
Yeah, gotta love it.
All right, so Raw happened. Before we talk about Raw, though, condolences out. I know, obviously, we're a little late to it, but condolences out to everyone affected by the Las Vegas tragedy. Screw that guy. He should not be getting all the publicity. I hate this. When murderers go out and kill people, why do they always become famous? And they always have to title every article you see from a news outlet says deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. And every time one of these happens, it always labels it as this is the new deadliest mass shooting. This is encouraging these psychos to go kill more people than the last psycho. When are news stations going to learn that they're a big part of why these keep happening? If we would just not acknowledge the psychos at all, we would be fine.
I made it a point not to talk about all this stuff on my news channel. I actually haven't posted anything in a while, so that's not an excuse, but whatever.
There you go. You made it not a point to you don't want to talk about it on the channel in which you weren't making videos anyway.
Exactly.
Good for you, man. Proud of you. All right. What happened? We kicked the show off with the Strowman-Rollins match, which was teased last week. Now that I think about it, I should turn the light on. Should I dim the lights? Oh. All right.
Anyway, moving on, bro.
So Raw happened.
I'm burning up.
Strowman. That's a good song. Strowman and Rollins had their match. So, as we talked about last week, Rollins was like, Dean Ambrose had a match with Strowman. Rollins was like, why are you such an idiot, man? Why are you going after Strowman? By the way, I'm facing him next week.
I love when they do stuff with Rollins like that, where he's like, how dare you? I'm doing the same thing.
Rollins got some offense in, which I think is good because he is a former world champion. Some people are complaining, they're like, well, why no one should be getting any offense in on Strowman. Okay, dude, yeah, when he's beating up Kurt Hawkins probably shouldn't have any offense. But when it's Seth Rollins, maybe Rollins, he's a current champion. Maybe he should get some offense in.
Nah, dude, Kurt Hawkins ought to have him hit a Canadian destroyer on him.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of Kurt Hawkins, he might end up being on your list because I told you guys you were going to have a task during this podcast right before we went live. We are making lists. The top 5 wrestlers, male or female, or a tag team, I guess, currently on, and a tag team counts as one, currently on the main rosters, either Raw or SmackDown, that would benefit the most from getting sent down to NXT.
So, okay.
So guys that either just aren't being used correctly, or girls, or like they need a revamp of character, they need to work on their matches, they need to work on their promos, whatever it is. So give me a top 5. We're going to do that at the end of the show. That's what's called a teaser in the TV business, Garrett. I know that's what you're getting into. So
yeah,
give me some tips, bro. All right. So what did you guys think about Strowman Rollins, Charlie?
That was a good way to start the show. Get some excitement rolling right off the bat. Good. I believe it was 20+ minute match. Let me get some factual evidence behind that real quick.
More than all the SmackDown matches combined, right?
Well, it was actually only 10 minutes and 27 seconds, but it felt long and it felt fun. It was a good match, I thought. Good way to open the show.
Yeah, I agree. I like how they opened the show with it. Instead of teasing it all night, it felt like a big match because it's like, you know what? Let's just start with a match. And we always start every Raw with a long promo. It's been a while since it's just a match.
Right out of the gate to a match.
That's nice. Garrett?
The opening. So just for the match. Yeah, I mean, like, we're still on Rollins and Strowman, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, anytime that they can pull a good match out of Strowman when a guy's not like half the guy's size and like comparison like muscle mass, like I love when they can do that because, you know, we know these guys are agile enough to do that. Like, I like to believe that Mike Bennett could come over to Raw and do the same thing. You know what I mean? Because he's fast enough. I mean, that's all it really takes is speed that Strowman can either match or exceed. You know what I mean? So, like, when, you know, maybe get some of these cruiserweights a chance at Strowman. Have Strowman just come out and start doing open challenges, you know? And that way you can still do an open challenge, and it's not like mirroring the U.S. Open Challenge over on the other show. You can still just be like, yeah, this guy's coming out every week, and he just wants to beat people up. So, yeah, I dig this. I want them to do more matches like this, but not every match with Strowman can be like this. Sometimes you need squashes in there too.
True.
After that match happened, we had a match between Elias Sampson and Titus O'Neil. Out of curiosity, did either of you guys recognize the song that Elias was singing?
No. Thought it was good.
The cover of an Alice in Chains song. I'm sad that you guys don't know it. You guys probably don't even know who else.
I do actually know who Alice in Chains is.
I heard the name, just never listened to it.
I wasn't paying attention during his song. I think
So he like actually sang this week, Garrett. I honestly would give him like a 7.6 out of 8.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I listened to it. I wasn't listening to the words. I just figured it was another one of his songs.
Well, yeah, the chords and everything. It was different words, obviously, but it was
right. That's why I didn't pick up on it, because I probably knew the words to the song and it just didn't click in my head when it was the same tone, because a lot of music sounds the same these days.
There you go. So anyway, Elias beats Titus O'Neil pretty quick, rightfully so. Is Titus getting kind of stale for you guys, Charlie?
I think they definitely dropped the ball with it, on the sense that it was really popping, and they didn't take full advantage of it. You had the Tozawa thing working. You could have used him and Apollo Crews in a tag team if you wanted. I really think they should have recruited Dana Brooke or another woman, and maybe someone else, maybe even someone from SmackDown. I mean, you could have had this some really cool thing.
Ooh.
You know? And I just felt like they just let it go untouched for a few weeks and kind of dropped the ball with it.
Yeah. Garrett?
This is the Mickey match, right? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm trying to do this list.
No. Elias versus Titus.
Oh, Elias versus Titus. Yeah, I mean, whatever. They're going to do this. This is a feud. What is this going to go on every pre-show for like the next few months? It might, and it's fine. Whatever. I mean, I'll explain more why on my list later, why I think this maybe isn't necessary, but yeah.
Okay. We had a Nia Jax versus Mickie James match. Nia killed her, rightfully so. Mickie is going into a program with Alexa, I guess, right?
Yep, it's the first match announced for TLC.
So yeah, which is kind of cool that they're not announcing matches 6 weeks out like we thought they were probably going to. So even though we know what a lot of the matches are going to be, they haven't announced it yet. So like the hype hasn't really started building for these matches. So hopefully we can actually have some steam going into the pay-per-view instead of already knowing what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
So, I mean, I can't remember. It was clean, wasn't it? Nia beating Mickie?
Mickie won by disqualification.
Oh, okay, you're right. So,
But it looked like she could have beat her because at the end, you had her do some DDT off the top rope to her, and Nia Jax kind of laid there for like 10 seconds.
You're right. Okay. I'm okay with it then, actually. I forgot about that. So, anything to add about this match, Garrett?
I mean, I like when they can do this, but I think it kind of is off-putting when you have an almost win from a smaller person in the first 2 matches of the show on the big monster heel. I mean, I guess they were thinking, man, this probably won't happen back-to-back. Oh, we don't have a segment for here. I guess it will, you know?
Yeah. It just wasn't very good. And now they're going with the old gimmick that Mickie James is old. I mean, I guess she's older.
It was on paper that sounds dumb, but I thought the way they portrayed it on screen was kind of creative. But the one thing that did make sense is why is Nia and Alexa best friends again?
Right. They hated each other 3 weeks ago.
That didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I thought it was a little creative way to get people to care about Mickie and maybe cheer for her a little more.
They could have done that in 30 seconds, you know. If Nia was just like, she pays well. You know, something stupid like that. Or they would have just been like, hey, you know what? Best friends, you know, they hash things out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need. But, yeah, just lazy. Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan seem like the new tag team. Jordan is a much better tag team wrestler. Matt Hardy has always been a tag team wrestler. They end up getting beat here, though, by the club.
And Hardy takes the pin.
Good brothers, and Hardy takes pin, rightfully so. If this match looks like it's gonna happen at the pay-per-view, probably pre-show match. If Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan lose again, and Matt Hardy becomes Broken Matt or Woken Matt or whatever they want to do, is it
wonderful?
Is it too late to salvage that?
No, people want something.
I just feel like people wouldn't even care because there's no hype around the Broken gimmick anymore. Only 6 months ago, but
that'd be the challenge you'd have to make you care again. So it'd be up to Matt to do that. And I think Matt has the ability to get people to care about him again like that, in that as much as they did.
I can agree with that.
Shit. Hello?
What?
Okay, we're good. Thought I just unplugged the mic, and sometimes when I unplug it, I gotta restart.
Garrett, what do you think about the club becoming winners? Do you think that this is building with how we're seeing other stuff go on the show? Is this building towards the club being seen as a dominant force and maybe getting a Shield club battle? Is there any way?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, maybe does Finn have to turn heel to beat Bray or something, and Bray turns face? Are we going to see that double turn happen? I really don't want it because I want Bray to stay a heel.
Considering Bray apparently is going to start being a girl on TV.
And do you want it to be Bray's club? Because if Bray turns people heel, he usually brings them into his family, so it would have to be Bray's club.
Also, PSA with the events going on this week. Those of you wearing Bullet Club shirts, you might want to hold off. That's Balor Club. Anyone wearing Bullet Club shirts, you might want to hold off on wearing those out in public. Just saying. People might not take it the right way because people don't know who the Bullet Club are.
People don't know who Balor is either.
I'm saying it has guns on it because we just had a massacre.
Oh, that is
yeah. When you put it like that, yeah,
point.
true.
Good point.
The Bullet Club has guns on it saying that you're part of a Bullet Club.
I'm just part of some guy named Balor's club.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares about the Balor Club? It's like, oh, cool, nice shirt, Balor Club.
It is a nice shirt, I have to admit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's become the weekly thing. You wear it on the podcast every week.
Not every week. I didn't wear it the last couple of weeks. I don't know why. I just forgot.
All right.
Well, then you have failed.
Dude, I don't know. I disagree. I think you were wearing it last week.
Maybe, I think I was last week. I think it was the week.
Dude, there we go. Victorious. Glorious. Okay.
I won't give in.
We had an Intercontinental title match between Roman Reigns and The Miz. Did either of you guys think that Roman was actually going to take the title here?
No.
No.
Okay. Neither did I. But still,
Did
Match
enjoy
was
the match.
aight. We had interference. Roman did technically win by disqualification. Got jumped by the Miz Taraj, right? And then Sheamus and Cesaro came out. Or no, he beat up the Miz Taraj before the match.
Yeah.
And then
Sheamus and Cesaro came in.
Yeah, that's what it was.
They laid into him.
Yeah. So that's setting up. It looks like we're definitely getting a Shield versus the Miz and Sheamus and Cesaro at
That is much better than the Miz Taraj. Much better.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, bro. Charlie, hold on, bro. You hate Cesaro. Or not Cesaro. You hate Sheamus and love Bo Dallas. So
but here's the thing.
Match, bro.
Sheamus and Cesaro are light years ahead in the ring than Axel and Bo.
I disagree.
Ooh, I would say Curtis Axel has enough years on the road, and Bo Dallas has enough experience in the ring.
Curtis Axel is worth Cesaro's broken tooth.
What I think you mean to say, Charlie, is that in WWE standards, Cesaro and Sheamus have more credibility. They're more credible opponents. You can buy them as opponents better. Curtis Axel might be better in the ring than Sheamus.
I don't know. I like the star power. I'm just saying.
I don't care for either of them that much, but if I had to pick, I mean, I haven't seen anything from Axel in the 2 years.
I'm just busting your balls. I think it's going to be a good match. I agree. It's definitely better set up.
I mean, but at the same time, I've never seen Axel do anything, so I can't really, just one of those things.
Yeah. Garrett?
I'm still into it. I would rather see Axel and Dallas in there just because I want to see the Miz. It makes sense when you have a faction of three to have another faction of three fight your faction of three instead of making up a new random, not going to last very long faction. What are they going to call it? The Miz's Bar or something? Like,
it's just going to be a one-time thing.
Right. We'll find out what the real substance is on Miz TV next week.
There you go.
Agreed. I can agree with what you guys are saying. All right. We had a Finn Balor promo. We're obviously continuing Balor and Wyatt feud. Their match was fine, so I don't know why everyone's bitching about it, but I'm okay
all of their matches have been good. No one's denying that.
And the last match I thought was like definitely way above average. So I don't know. Odd. But
in the chat, we got a Bucks fan, right? And he's Brady, where are you sitting tomorrow? I'm working the Bucks game. You might want to.
Hold on, bro. I'll tell you right now. I'll look it up on the. I had to download
the show, Bucks fan.
By the way, guys, if I start working radio shows for the Cleveland Browns, I'll totally give inside info that I know. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
You guys see the controversy with Cam Newton today, saying it's weird to hear a woman talking about running routes.
No. I didn't.
A female reporter asked him a question talking about running routes, and he said, "That's really." He said, "It's weird hearing a female talk about routes."
Yo, there's people. Isn't there some female players that are about to start in college or something, or that might go from college to the NFL or something?
There's a really good female kicker. I think she's going into college.
I mean, dude, if she makes it to the NFL, she'd be the first female player.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm down.
I think it definitely came out.
That guy is just unlikable. He's a phenomenal quarterback when he decides he actually wants to play. But dude,
Bucks fan, I am sitting section 139, row AA, seat 11.
All right.
There you go.
There we go. All right. I don't think anyone. It's whatever. If people are trying to assassinate me, go ahead.
Pew pew.
Might be kind of hard at a football game.
That would be. Well, I mean, dude.
Okay. Let's not talk about this. All right.
Yeah. Why are we going this way?
Finn Balor can't cut a promo for crap. I don't care about Finn Balor. Personally, I'd rather see him go back to New Japan. I don't care about him. Garrett, what do you have to say about that?
Listen. Are you trying to get me to call Matt Morgan right now? I will do it. I will find his number.
Follows me on Twitter.
Dude, I will get Matt Morgan to cut a promo on you.
Bro. I blessed Matt Morgan with the follow back. Okay?
Oh.
I was not following Matt Morgan. He followed me first. He's the one with a campaign sign standing on the side of the road as I go to work. True story.
That's pretty cool, though.
Okay, in all honesty, so I was driving to work. What was it? Monday morning, right?
Yeah, I think
Or yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, Monday morning. So Monday morning, driving to work. Matt Morgan, I knew he lived in Florida. Didn't realize he lived halfway between my house and my work. He's running for city commissioner in the town of Longwood, Florida. So as I'm passing through this busy intersection, which happens to be in Longwood, Florida, I don't work in Longwood. I don't live in Longwood, but it's on my drive there. I'm going through the intersection, and I'm driving kind of slow because there's traffic. And all of a sudden, I see this 7-foot jacked dude holding up a sign, waving. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I look, he turns towards facing me. No shit. It's Matt Morgan with a Matt Morgan campaign sign waving at me.
What was he running as, Republican or Democrat?
He's
Or
got to
was it
be
even-
a Republican. He's white.
Right? Oh,
The
whoa.
middle-aged white guy.
Whoa.
What?
No, I'm just. Nah.
No, I don't know. I actually don't know. It's his signs say Matt Morgan, commissioner, and on the top it has a little championship belt. He chose the color maroon. Very odd color for a campaign sign. But he's had people out there working hard, man. If you go on his Twitter, he stood out there in the rain the other day.
Wow.
I like that.
Vote for Matt Morgan.
He works hard. I don't live in Longwood, so I can't vote for Matt Morgan. If you live in Longwood, Florida, and you happen to be one of the 2 people watching the podcast right now, who knows? Maybe Bucks fan makes the commute every day. Vote for Matt Morgan. You know what? No. I hope he loses. Matt Morgan, you suck. All right? If I wasn't on my way to work, I would have stopped and punched you right in the face. Okay?
I would like to see that.
You have to get.
Dude, he would have nothing on me, bro. He lays one hand on me. I'm going straight to the papers, getting him fired from anything. He's not getting commissioner.
Damn.
Pro
just
wrestler beats up podcast.
And something else, bro. When I drove back from work, there are people out there with the signs, not Matt Morgan, but like this like sweet old looking lady, or old sweet looking lady. I think Matt Morgan is making his mom stand on the side of the road in Florida.
Mom Morgan on the road
That's messed up, bro. I would never make my mom stand on the side of the road.
and campaign for you.
Yeah, it's messed up, bro. I'd also never run for office.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know, man. I'd make a good president. Someday, you people will be watching this. All right? People are going to be watching this podcast back. This exact podcast, when I declare my presidency for the year of, all right, when's the next election? 2020?
Yep.
Cat thumbs 2020.
So 2020, add on, give me 32 years. So 2052.
Whatever that is.
Vote for me. Cat thumbs.
Cat thumb. Cat thumbs 2052.
When I'm president, you're gonna watch this back. All right. Jesus, where were we?
I have no idea.
Bray Wyatt said that he's gonna start throwing on makeup, is what Charlie says.
Yep. Sister Abigail is Bray with makeup on, so it's gonna give him some crazy powers, I guess. We'll see how that goes.
He's gonna shoot lightning from his hands, and the ring's gonna turn into maggots again.
God. Anyways.
But so that's what's happening with that feud. Sasha and Bailey defeated Emma and Alicia. If they would have lost, that would have been a not good thing. Charlie, didn't you say this was this the longest match on the show? No, he said the other one was.
Yeah. I was just looking at it. Hold on.
But
pull up.
I mean, anyway, it was I don't know. No, Strowman and Rollins must have been longer. Sasha and Bailey versus Emma and Alicia is not a match that I care to talk about that much. Garrett, you can put in your 2 cents, and that'll be it.
On the women's match.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in it.
Okay.
There you go.
After 5 hours of production, though, but still fell asleep on it.
I have my 5, by the way. I just need to reorder them. I have to decide. Okay, so then we had the main event segment. The cruiserweights get the main event segment. For the second week in a row. Garrett listed as the burial of 205 Live. I'm assuming you mean Enzo was attempting to bury each individual person one by one.
Yes, that's what I meant. And that by separating himself, putting him above 205 Live, he's always separated himself in these promos. So I mean, if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna list it like he's separating himself. You know,
right? Because that's what he did. He basically was coming out and giving reasons why 205 Live wouldn't be anywhere without. And I mean, you know what makes him a good heel right now is that everything he's saying is the truth. He's bringing more eyes to 205 Live. He's making people care about the Cruiserweight Championship a little bit. Him and Neville. They've both done fantastic work. He goes around. He had a couple. He basically gave like 1 or 2 liners to every 205 Live member. Some of the memorable ones, he said that he has more hair on his chest than TJP does on his face or something like that. He said that Brian Kendrick looks like a hobo. The only person he didn't insult was
Tozawa.
Yeah, Akira Tozawa. And then finally, you know, it's the main event segment. We have like 2 minutes left of the show, and all of a sudden Kurt Angle's music hits because we had been told Neville already relinquished his opportunity for the Cruiserweight Championship. Like, he's not allowed to fight Enzo for it. And all the Cruiserweights after attacking Enzo last week weren't allowed to get a shot at the Cruiserweight title either. So Kurt Angle comes out, and we're like, dude, here we go. We're getting a new Cruiserweight. And he says, the recently signed. And okay, there are so many different ways you could take it, man. We could do a top 5 people we wanted to come out of that ramp, bro.
Johnny Gargano.
Gargano, Itami, Black.
Dude, I'd take Ciampa.
Oh, he's hurt.
I'm saying, like, if he was magically back, I would take that.
Right,
you know what I mean?
So I mean, those are like the big 3. So people were like, oh, dude, like, okay, I would have taken Austin Aries, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, and Hideo Itami. And Hideo Itami, people probably wouldn't know that well on the main roster, but I heard this on another podcast. They don't really need to know him because if Itami, if his music would have hit and all the cruiserweights would have been like, oh my God, this is great. All he has to do is come running down to the ring, get in Enzo's face, hit him with a go to sleep, and that's how the show goes off. Itami instantly becomes one of the biggest stars on Raw, let alone the biggest star on 205 Live, right?
Oh, yeah.
But instead, we get Kalisto. What do you think of that?
Lucha.
Yeah, that was a great segment to a very, very big letdown.
I mean, I've been saying this for months that Kalisto needs to be in that, but they didn't need to make this that. They could have done anybody else, literally anybody else on the NXT roster right now.
We're forgetting is Roderick Strong, who literally basically just finished with NXT.
Yeah,
so it's like, come on.
I wanted it to be Strowman. What if they ran a gimmick where Strowman like refused to weigh in, but he somehow swindled his way into a cruiserweight contract? Like, yeah, I'm 205.
Title before.
What?
Kalisto's already challenged for the cruiserweight title.
Yeah, he's just not on Raw, so.
Yeah, because he did it for the chance to bring the cruiserweight division over to SmackDown or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that TJP's real name is Theodore Perkins?
Nice.
What's his middle name? Is it a J?
It's got to be. Yeah. All right, man. Who can name Bailey's real name?
Peyton Martinez.
Yeah.
Pamela Martinez.
Pamela.
Close. So close. How about Sasha Banks?
Mercedes something.
Mercedes Castner Varnado. All right, now I'll give you a tough one now, man. Give me Nia Jax's real name.
Oh.
No idea.
Savalina Fanene.
Oh, yeah, so she's got like a real Samoan name. Okay.
She's got the Samoan name, yeah.
All right, give me one.
All right, Garrett, you want male or female?
Either or, I don't care.
All right, man. I'm going to give you the real name, and you're going to give me the wrestler name.
Oh, good. All right, this should be interesting.
All right, we'll start off with a couple regular ones. All right, Taylor Rotunda.
It's either Bo or Bray. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Bo. That's Bo. That's Bo.
Oh. All right. How about Chad Allegra?
No idea.
He's on Raw.
Chad Allegra on Raw.
Braun Strowman.
Dude, Charlie, I'm asking Garrett.
Was that the right answer?
No, it's Carl Anderson.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know his actual name.
Here we go. Leah T. Anoa'i.
Leah T. Anoa'i. Is that?
Come on. That's a softball, bro.
Is it?
I see your screen lighting up, bro. You're Googling.
I'm not. My hands are right here. Like, hold on. I'll even push
His last name is Anoa'.
Yeah, I know it's a Samoan. You said Leah? I don't know any of the female Samoans.
Leah T.
Leah T. This isn't Roman, is it?
Yes, it's Roman.
Oh, I did not know his name. I actually never looked up his name.
All right, Charlie, how about Jonathan Good?
Dean Ambrose.
Yep.
Yeah, because I knew that too, because he used to be John Moxley.
How about Sasu Uaha or Ua?
Moa Joe?
Nope.
I don't know. Apollo Crews.
Yep.
Ua Nation.
Yep. How about Nathan Everhart, Garrett?
Nathan Everhart.
This is a good game. We got to play this more often.
Which show?
Raw.
Nathan Everhart. We gotta do this more often. Man, this shows how little I actually do to Google their names. Is it a cruiserweight? I feel like no main roster, full main roster. I mean,
either you know it or you don't, bro. Nathan Everhart.
Michael says, "Sup, cat."
Hello. Welcome.
Michael C. That's
yeah, it's Mike, dude.
What's up, Mike? How's it going, brother?
All right, Garrett. Let's get back on the board, bro. Michael Bennett.
yeah, come on. Literally reference the guy's actual name all the time in the topic list. Okay, that's Mike.
Charlie, here you go, man. Kevin Steen. Who's that?
Oh boy.
It's, Sami Zayn.
Clearly.
How about this one?
I actually do know Sami Zayn.
Nakamura.
I actually do know Sami Zayn's real name.
Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
Rami Sabai.
Oh, there you go.
What a beast!
All right. So is that done with Raw?
Yeah, we're good. Let's talk about grades for Raw.
I'm going B plus.
Garrett.
I'm going B. Just a regular B.
I'll go B half plus.
Half plus? Can you do that?
I'll split the difference.
Can you do that?
I'll give it like a B 5.59, something like that.
Is that a thing? I didn't know that was a thing.
I'll give it like a B5, like a B.6.
You got to do that in an actual test, dude.
B.6. Give that to a kid.
B.6.
He'll be like, Mr. Bohr. Oh, I almost said my name, bro. Holy, dude, cut that.
Oh.
Mr. Brady. That's my name.
Yeah, whoa.
Well, people already know that my initials are BB. They just don't know what the actual last name is. All right.
They got a piece of it.
Oh, also.
It's Brady Bogdanovich.
We teased the Shield reuniting.
Oh, yeah. That was
all right. SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live had how many minutes of wrestling, Charlie?
Just over 14.
That's not good, in my opinion. But who knows?
It's a go-home show, too.
Jinder Mahal.
On a wrestling show, yeah.
Jinder Mahal assaulted Shinsuke. Shinsuke came out and cut a promo with a mouth guard in again.
I like those promos, though, that he does with Renee. I don't know why. I think it just makes him seem more likable.
Once again, Shinsuke and Balor can GTFO.
Who is writing Shinsuke's dialogue, dude?
I don't know.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words
Didn't he say
won't
something about
hurt me.
stones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and he said it awfully. I mean, if they just let the guy, here's what they could do, and no one would judge them for this. Have Funaki. Funaki's one of the Japanese commentators, right, on all the shows.
Hold on, Charlie. 3, 2, 1. Funaki!
No, but have Funaki come out with the guy because obviously he could translate. I'm sure. I mean, I'm not saying you can't have the guy learn English, but if he's having trouble learning English quickly, then you could have Funaki probably help him learn English. I mean, this just seems so simple of a fix to me. They have tools.
I think Shinsuke should have a manager that's like this little tiny white girl that's doing nothing, and she obviously doesn't know a lick of Spanish, but she acts as like a translator.
Spanish?
No.
You said Spanish.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, did I? I thought
SOKS.
I thought you meant
SOKS.
I thought you meant Spanish girl. I was like, no, I said little white girl. Oh, yeah. Japanese. Same thing, bro. America.
Whoa.
All right. So, yeah, a girl that doesn't know Japanese and have her be a translator. I think it would be funny. Be a cool dynamic.
Shinsuke is like totally wants to beat you up.
Natty and Carmella faced Charlotte and Becky, and Natalya tapped out Charlotte clean.
I skipped to the end and saw the finish, and that was about it.
So Charlotte's obviously winning.
This match cut to commercial like immediately. I was already not invested. I was like, really? Come on. I hate when they do that right at the start of a match, especially at the women's.
Back down on mute mostly, not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean.
Which is funny because there was no wrestling.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode faced Mike Bennett, beat Mike Bennett.
55 seconds.
Yeah, not a good match.
Not good for Bobby Roode's character. I mean, why even do it?
You know who's not good for Bobby Roode's character? Bobby Roode.
Ooh.
Him and Ziggler had a nice thing after. This little war of words. I always kind of like those.
Yeah, I mean, their match is probably going to be fine. Ziggler's always fine, right? So Roode's decent in the ring. So is Ziggler. It's, eh. Anything you guys want to add to that? Yes, no?
I mean, it's nice to see that they're not just leaving Bobby Roode out to dry like we thought because they didn't have him on for like 2 or 3 weeks.
I mean, putting him in a match with Mike Bennett is kind of leaving him out to dry.
No. I mean, in terms of the pay-per-view, they're not just like not giving him something. They're still giving him a feud. It's good to see that it wasn't just a one-off thing where he was going to be the amalgamation of the weird Ziggler stuff. It's actually a feud. And if it works out that Bobby Roode does actually look good in this match, it's going to work out, and everyone's going to be like, well, Ziggler was weird, but it worked,
It's easy to fade into nothing. You can become the Revival real quick.
Exactly.
Well, they got back-to-back injuries. I can't really harp on them too much for that.
Yeah, I guess.
Wasn't it one of them got injured, and then the other one got injured as soon as
People give Gronkowski crap for it, and they gave Tony Romo crap for it. Why can't we give WWE wrestlers crap for it? If you're made of glass, you're made of glass, bro.
We let Rollins have it when he was getting injured for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and people were also like, he deserves it because he injures other people.
That's just stupid.
The Usos read the rights, or read New Day their rights.
It was a silly little excuse my language.
Whoa, hey!
Whoa! Enjoyable segment, I gotta say, man. They've had some bad segments, and they've had some really funny good ones between these two teams. And I gotta say, this was one of those funny ones where I was just kind of cracking up. You have the right! I can't remember the line, but the one that's not married to Naomi just dropped some gold. I can't remember what it was.
Jay, I believe.
Oh, they were talking about walking down to the ring or something. He's like, dead man walking.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, the way he says it, and he's got this goofy little grin. I don't know. It gets me every time.
Yeah, they're getting stale to me. They need to do something new, reinvent these promos somewhere. They're good. I want them to do more with them. I mean, they're just sort of cutting promos on the New Day. I mean, this is going to get boring if they just keep doing it over and over again. This has to be
the last match between the two teams.
That means the New Day has to retain then.
It's in Hell in a Cell. Where do you go from here? Unless they're the captains of the teams for a Survivor Series, I guess, then you could. But
yeah, because we got Gable and Benjamin and Fashion Police.
Fashion Police are not going for the titles, bro. There's no way.
One of them should get a shot next.
Ty Dillinger face Baron Corbin and get a roll-up pin on Baron Corbin. So, I mean, Dillinger, it's weird. They're not booking him strong, but he's winning.
Exactly. He's doing just fine right now, and sooner or later he's going to come a time for a title push, and that's when we're going to see if he really takes advantage of it. If he goes and grabs that brass ring, as I like to call it. But yeah, I think they're doing fine keeping him part of the show.
I mean, like, this segment felt weird to me because we had Dillinger winning, which no one expected, and then we had AJ.
Every time, bro. It would be beautiful if we could have a podcast without that happening.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
All right. All we heard was AJ, and then
AJ cuts a promo on the Titantron, and it's sort of just like, okay. I mean, but he's not cutting bad promos. He's just not cutting spectacular promos on the Titantron either.
Yeah, and I mean, the match will be all right. And this hasn't been announced? The triple threat? Yeah.
No, it's just 1v1.
Oh, it's just 1v1. Oh, I thought we were getting a triple threat. Well, that's
it might eventually lead into that. Who knows?
Hopefully.
I got to say, with Corbin's new theme, it went from being so generic with no lyrics to actually like being really good with the lyrics. The lyrics help it so much. And I think that's a problem that they were running into this summer is they'd make all these themes and none of them would have any like lyrics to it. And it's just, they all kind of got lame. And now they're all adding lyrics and they're all getting good. I don't know. It really, really helps this theme with lyrics.
Well, it's because it's two guys that write all the songs and do most of the vocals for all of it. So the CFOs, they do all of the music for WWE now.
Yeah, and they got guest vocals from Tommy Vex. I don't know who that is.
Tommy Vex? I'll look him up. It sounds
Vex. It's like with a T on the end. It's weird.
But that's who is doing the vocals for it. And that's probably cool for Corbin. And I don't know. It helps him that he doesn't have that. Because this song without any singing was bad. So it really helps him that his song's actually good again.
I don't think it was bad. I like
Built in for Five Finger Death Punch for a couple months while they were on tour.
Oh, there you go. See, so he's no Joe Schmo.
It looks like his band is called Bleed the Fifth.
Huh. I dig it.
Nice.
Apparently, he should have been reading the rights on the segment before.
All right.
Randy Orton had a match with Aiden English and beat him. Competitive match. They gave English some offense.
Snap.
It's obvious based on the way that Aiden English is being booked lately that they have plans for Aiden English. What are you snapping about, Garrett?
U.S. forces were ambushed in the country of Niger.
Huh.
Okay.
Shit.
We're at war, boys.
We've been at war. I'm waiting for North Korea to unleash a chemical bomb on us and kill us all. People think North Korea is going to nuke us. If you're that stupid to think North Korea is going to send a nuke, you're just dumb. They're going to just release some sort of chemical weapon. That's all they do.
What was that Chinese group that did that in Japan in the subways or whatever? Like
exactly.
They're that level of radicalization in the Asian because I don't know
here.
If you look at the history of Asian nations, I mean with like sort of totalitarian be a lot more. Not saying Asian people are crazier, just saying that there's groups that are crazy and crazier people just turn to be crazier. And that's just because they're older, you know, like same groups in America were doing the same thing.
Funny. So you cut out for most of it. The part you came back in was not saying Asian people are crazy.
No, I was referencing like how like those cults, that cult that I was referencing, and then like Mao and all the other like totalitarian dictatorships in the East have tended to be pretty violent. I mean, you know.
You're the type of person Jinder Mahal is trying to protect Shinsuke Nakamura from.
You see, that's what I was trying to avoid. That's why I threw that caveat in at the end. It just happened to be the only thing that got picked up.
All right. So
piece it together backwards, everybody.
Randy Orton versus Aiden English. Like I said, it seems like they got plans for Aiden English, doesn't it, Charlie? Because they're making him look strong.
Hell, if you have him come out and singing for Rusev, it'll get them both over.
Dude, You guys ready for Rusev Day? I'm counting down the days till next year, Rusev Day 2018.
Oh, hell.
Rusev!
I'm excited. Well, Rusev wasn't on this show, or no, he was. I mean,
Yeah, he was with English here.
with that, yeah, he accompanied English, but he didn't wrestle or anything. But still, Aiden English and Rusev, I'm down. And then finally, we had a pretty long segment at the very end. Shane McMahon decided to confront Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens then proceeded to kind of run away, but he baited McMahon into the merch area, powerbombed him through a table. It was not a good powerbomb. And we kind of went out with Shane McMahon kept fighting back. Just setting up this.
He kind of like sandbagged him on the powerbomb. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's kind of funny because we know they're going on top of the cell because this is the match that they said was going to be a falls count anywhere, right?
Right.
Isn't the point of a Hell in a Cell match that like, oh, you're stuck inside the Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, that's why it doesn't make any sense. It's like what?
Because now it's like, well, we know they're going to the outside.
I mean, it's like they had security lining the walls of the what do they call it? The concourse. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, the surprisingly empty merch table.
They just so happened to have only workers at it that clearly were plants, you know?
That were all jacked up.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, oh, man.
Oh, no.
Only wrestlers can work the merch booth, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's like a rock concert, bro. Rock concerts.
It's what the jobbers do when there's this squash match. They had to cut back on actual staff.
But anyway, Charlie, what'd you think of the beatdown and the Shane resilience?
Thought it was fun. Thought it was a good way to end the show, and I thought it was a good way to end the go home show. I haven't been this pumped from a go home show in a while, so I was down with it, 100%.
See, that's my issue with the pay-per-view. I know the pay-per-view is going to be a letdown because I'm excited for this match. I'm excited for the tag match. I'm excited because I think Natty and Charlotte can put on a really good match too. So, and whenever I'm excited for a match, that means I'm just going to get let down. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, it's definitely more than possible.
Oh, man. You know what we haven't been doing? We've been going through the show? Predicting stuff.
I know. We're going to go through it at the end here.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that, so.
Well, yeah, because we missed it on the first couple matches. Like halfway through Raw, I was like, oh, I'll just predict it at the end.
Ah, cool.
So overall grades for the show, Garrett, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna give this, and this is a good go-home show. I mean, that's how often do you say that? I mean, I'm gonna give this an A because you usually don't get good shows like this on go-home show nights. It's usually just boring.
I'm there with you, man. I was thinking A too.
I'll give it an 8.2.
There you go.
Please that be your gimmick on every grade you get from now on with point percentages.
So let's predict some matches, bro.
Let's get into it.
And I just realized I messed up. Whatever. Okay. Benjamin and Gable versus the Hype Bros in the kickoff match. We know Benjamin and Gable are going to win this match, right? The real question is, do the Hype Bros turn heel together, or does Zack Ryder turn heel on Mojo?
Zack Ryder's totally turning heel.
I hope Mojo turns heel.
That's the way they've been teasing it, and WWE likes to tease it one way and then go the next. So,
yeah, Benjamin and Gable.
We're all going Benjamin and Gable winning this match, though, right?
Yes,
correct.
We have to. First match that the people are going to see of the night, it has to go that way. Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Charlie, I'll start with you.
I'm going to say Bobby Roode. He needs that first win.
Garrett?
Agreed.
I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler here for the sheer fact of after this feud, where do these guys go from here? I don't think there's a clear-cut opponent for either of them. So the only way they can continue this, or the only way that they can have a feud for the other person, is for them to continue it at the next pay-per-view. So I think we're going to continue.
I can see that.
Randy Orton versus Rusev. We already had this a couple times, right?
Pay-per-view, SummerSlam, yes.
So, God, damn it, I think it's going to be Orton, but I'm going Rusev, bro. I'm going Rusev number 1. Garrett?
Rusev!
Rusev!
3 for 3 on the Rusev. Natty versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This is a easy one, right? Charlotte?
Yeah.
See, I think Natalya wins this.
Ooh.
Okay.
It could be.
Hey, it's possible. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin for the U.S. Championship. Charlie, I'll start with you.
Baron Corbin.
New U.S. champ. I'm actually going to agree with you. I think Styles deserves to be in the main title picture, and the only way they can do that is to get this title off of him. Garrett?
I think AJ Styles could be a U.S. champ for the rest of the time, and I'd be okay with it. So I'm going AJ Styles.
I'd agree. And you know, hopefully he continues the U.S. Open Championship. So
yeah, we could get some really interesting.
That's the thing. I mean, I'm rooting for Styles, but I think Corbin's going to take it. But
now this isn't a prediction, but what if we saw Jinder retain and then Shinsuke go after the U.S. title or something? You know, like it could go any way that they want it to for Survivor Series. You know what I mean?
It just becomes known as like the title for the marks.
Something like that. I mean, hey, it would be a lot. That could be your good match belt, and then the main title be your storyline belt. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, the New Day versus the Usos in a Hell in a Cell. I'm
Hell in a Cell.
I think they're gonna keep hot potatoing this title. I think I'm gonna go Usos. I think they deserve it. I think this is their match. They're gonna be ruthless, and I think they might play up an injury angle or something to one or maybe like all of the members of the New Day. I think that's what they should do, and then that can set up a Gable and Benjamin feud with the Usos. Charlie?
I really hope it's the Usos, and I'm going to pick them to win too. So,
Garrett?
Yeah, like, if this is going to be the end of the feud, technically the New Day should retain, but if they're just like, yeah, no, the New Day doesn't get another title shot, I guess everyone's just going to be like, whatever, you know? Or they could just have a match on SmackDown and be like, yeah, it's over. I don't know. It's I guess I'll take the Usos too because it makes the most sense for them to have the belts because, I mean, what can the New Day really do that they won't get stale with the belts at this point?
Exactly. And then we have, I would call it the big one, but I don't know, man. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm probably going to if I had to guess, they're probably going to be an event. They're probably going to start the night off with the New Day versus the Usos. Well, actually, I mean, do you think
there's only 2 Hell in a Cell matches? They're going to do one of the 2 at the opening. You really think?
Maybe.
McMahon and Owens is closing the show.
I was going to say, do you think they're ending with McMahon Owens?
Yeah, they've already said that's their main event.
Oh, is it? Okay. God, then I guess I don't know. This will be my.
I think that's the midpoint of the show. Is the first one. I honestly
put Mahal and Nakamura in the death spot. In my opinion, well, actually, Garrett, I'll start with you. Mahal, Nakamura.
I don't understand why Nakamura wouldn't win this belt at this point. I mean, what are you doing with him if you don't have him win this, right? Like, really, unless you do the thing like I said, where Corbin moves on to the main title scene and maybe takes it from. But Jinder's a heel, so that doesn't really make sense. But you know, I don't know. It's like, what do you do with any of these guys? The best scenario, I guess, would be that Nakamura wins the belt, AJ loses the belt, and then AJ comes out Tuesday on SmackDown and calls out Shinsuke. But do we really want it this early? I mean,
my gut's saying that's your SmackDown WrestleMania title match.
Yeah, that's not so.
Or it's going to be I'll tell you who'd you pick to win?
I picked Shinsuke because I think that makes the most sense in terms of what you can actually set up later down the road because you can give Shinsuke some soft opponents until you get to AJ. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Charlie? Jinder can just fade into the background.
Yeah, I got Shinsuke winning this, and I'll explain why more in a little bit.
I think Shinsuke's winning it because they're going to India and they're going to give the title back to they're going to give the title back to Mahal when they go to India as a crowning achievement.
Winning it on a house show, though?
I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Twice in 1 year, they're going to do a house show title change.
Have Mahal be crowned in India than have Mahal.
But I think I heard from AJ Styles on his Edge and Christian podcast that the whole idea of that house show thing is they do it every couple of years so that people don't get used to it happening.
Hey, but this
so
is
doing
a special thing though with India.
I'm still saying that it's too soon.
I don't
honestly
think it'll
believe
happen,
that.
but I can see where his prediction goes from.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, I just don't think. I think it's way too soon.
So, Charlie, did you want to talk, or does that have something to do with Owens? That's why you want to wait.
Yeah, basically, I think Shinsuke takes this and they keep this momentum going with Owens and have them face. And then that's how you get your bridge of your waiting for Shinsuke and AJ. More or less. See what I mean?
Okay. So you're predicting Owens beating McMahon?
Yes. I'm going to say yes, but there's a lot of things that could play into this.
Garrett?
Man, there's so many angles to this match because you don't know what Shane's going to do that's crazy that might get him a lot of damage to himself. I mean, is he jumping off the cell again? I really hope not. I mean,
Owens said that he wants to throw him off the top of the cell. So basically, Owens is already guaranteed they're leaving the cell and they're going to the top of the cell.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see how Shane winning helps anybody here. I really don't. I mean, they've been giving him a really, really positive babyface build, though, and I don't know how that's going to play into this match because the build always kind of predicts what's going to happen in a way. So I got to take Owens on this because I don't see why you would have him in this feud if he's just going to lose to the commissioner. I mean, that's just like the commissioner coming in and beating a talent up because he doesn't like him.
I hope for the sake of his momentum he wins. The guy's on the hot streak from all hell right now.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon has shown that he has a lot of trust in Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens has the biggest thing. So, okay, here's what I think is going to happen. Did you make your prediction officially, Garrett?
Yeah, we both said Owens.
Okay. I say Owens as well. Owens has to win this match. One of two things are going to happen. I think either way, I'll have to disagree with you, Charlie, about them doing Shinsuke and Owens at Mania. I think it's going to be Owens and Triple H.
No, I'm not saying Mania. I'm saying, like, this is your build to pass that time between AJ and Shinsuke. So you save them for Mania.
I think we're definitely getting Owens Triple H at Mania. This is just starting that build. This could be one of the best programs we see in decades. And so one of two things is going to happen. I really hope it's one of these and not the other. So either, number one, we're going to see Owens and Triple H via Daniel Bryan decide. So Owens is going to beat the crap out of McMahon, leave him bloody and lifeless at the end of the pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan is going to – so one option. Daniel Bryan decides he can't have these two guys on the same show and trades Kevin Owens over to Raw, setting up Stephanie coming back as the commissioner of Raw and going after Owens, then setting up Owens versus Triple H, or Shane McMahon is unable to do his job. He has to resign as the commissioner or whatever he is of SmackDown, leading to Stephanie taking over and being buddy-buddy with Kevin Owens, but then turning on him, making a big Stephanie and Triple H face turn, leading to a main event. I hope this feud stays on SmackDown because SmackDown deserves it. However, knowing the WWE, I just had this feeling it's going to end up on Raw sooner rather than later.
Now let me see why I think this could work with that going to Raw anyway. Because I can see them taking Sami Zayn and on Survivor Series, after this Kevin Owens match that we would already have theoretically had with Shinsuke, you could then have Shinsuke versus him for the first time on actual main roster to fill that gap for the next title match after the Survivor Series, because obviously usually the champions are involved in the teams at Survivor Series from the singles match. But, I think even if you have that match at Survivor Series, say like as one of the title matches, they usually have a couple, even if it's a bunch of tag team matches, So I could see that. I could see that justifiably being split up that way. You give Zayn, because can Zayn ever really be a super big babyface with Kevin Owens on the same show? I honestly think he could, but is it going to work? Is it going to be something that they're not going to have to cross paths at some point? I mean,
I think it needs to be the case of next year Money in the Bank is going to be on Raw, right? Somehow Sami Zayn's going to get back over to Raw and win that Money in the Bank, and he has to cash in on Kevin Owens.
So, I mean, the shakeup's going to be after Mania, right? Theoretically.
Yeah.
So we're going to get another superstar shakeup where they both end up on the same show. Really?
Like I said, I would love it. The superstar shakeup always happened after SmackDown, and the call-ups always happened after Mania. That would give us 2 spots every year to always look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
Here's my thing, man. If they take Owens from SmackDown, what's left? He's the hottest thing by a mile on that show, and it's not even close.
Agreed. I don't care about Shinsuke or Mahal. The tag teams are doing great work. I like AJ Styles. That's it.
And the thing is, this is AJ Styles' most boring title reign he's had. That's not a dig at him. It's just he's not the main focal point of the show at all. It's way different than his world title run. Everyone can agree with that.
Oh, yeah, his world title run was, like, legendary.
And it's just, if they take Kevin Owens from this, the only way I see it justified is they get Braun Strowman. I think that's maybe the only way. I don't know about you guys, but if that's, to me.
I think we may have overassumed AJ's ability to stay in the mid-card and be still, like, not, like, as good as he was.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted him to elevate the title, which he did, but
it's hard with Mahal as the world champion. I think it plays an impact.
And it's hard when he's facing Corbin, a guy with no charisma.
Yeah, I mean, it's not mean.
They need that.
And when I say charisma, I mean, like, his ability to cut a promo, I think, is just questionable.
It's not that good. No, that's his biggest.
So Corbin is not very good at building a feud with his mouth, which in the WWE, you have to do that. That's, last week I took a lot of digs. The Meltzers of the world and who else? The Ryan Satin, all those guys, they claim that WWE should just be nothing but matches. They love New Japan because it's just matches, 5-star matches. That's what people want to see. No, if people aren't invested in a feud, this is what they're going to get. They're going to get Styles versus Corbin. 2 guys, they're fine in the ring. They're probably going to put on a decent match. But nobody cares.
Yeah.
So you have to have the build in order for the match, even if it's a 5-star match, to mean something. Okay. Now, going to our lists.
The list.
Our top 5 people that we think just, if they had a character rebuild or got sent down to NXT with their current character, what have you, whatever your reasoning be, who would it be? So now let's start with our number 5s. I'm going to say my number 5 is Apollo Crews. I think Apollo Crews could go down, be a great white meat baby face down in NXT, go against some of those good heels down there, have some really good feuds, get a title run at some point. I think he'd be great. Did either of you guys have Crews on your list at all?
I did.
Yes, I did.
I have him at the top, so number 5.
So we both had him at 5?
Yeah.
I had him at 2.
I feel like he's kind of the more obvious one that should be sent down.
Yeah.
Not that he's bad. He was sent up too early.
Agreed.
Yeah, I have him at 2. My number 5 was Jason Jordan.
I did not have Jason Jordan. I thought about it, though. Charlie, did you have him?
Nope.
So what's your reasoning, Garrett?
I just think the guy could have some time to build. I mean, he can cut a decent promo, which we didn't know because, like we always said, it was more of Gable always. I mean, yeah, I think there's enough heels down there that, I mean, he just needs to learn to work a decent program. That's why they don't have him against The Miz anymore, Like, and I'm not saying the guy's bad. He could probably do, like, a mid-card feud with somebody else, but, like, you need to be able to get to with some of the main roster personalities. Like, say he goes in the Superstar Shakeup over to SmackDown. Could you really see him facing Bobby Roode for the U.S. title? I mean,
no.
I don't want him to touch SmackDown.
Exactly. He's not to that level of what we could see him go to SmackDown. But if he went to NXT, maybe he could get to that point. He comes back on SmackDown in a call-up of some kind.
I could definitely see that. Charlie, who'd you have at your number 4?
I got Slater and Rhino. Basically, under the fact that they're doing nothing right now.
Just and a couple veterans. They could put on some decent matches.
They could help people get over down there too.
Would you actually give them a push, or do you just think they're solid guys down there to help people get over?
Have them win sometimes, and more or less when the feud's all said and done, have them put people over.
Okay.
Garrett, did you have them on your list at all?
I did not. I almost had them on there. I thought about them, but no.
Yeah, it didn't even cross my mind, but I like the reasoning. Garrett, who is your number 4?
The Revival.
I had them on and then took them off for Cruz last second.
Yeah, I have them on there because injuries. They just need to rebuild themselves. They need to rebuild
even when they come back now, they're not going to get their steam back.
No, because everyone's already forgotten the tape they saw of them from NXT and all their build to coming in, the sudden build of them. And then now, like, they might be able to salvage something, but then not very much. So.
And they already have 2 dominant bald guys.
Yep.
Charlie,
One of them should be on SmackDown, man.
do you have them on your list?
No, I didn't think of putting them on. Under the fact that they've been injured, so it's one of those things.
Yeah. No, agreed. My number 4 that I had listed was Emma. Now, I know she's already come up and gone back down before, but there is a glaring hole in the women's division in NXT right now. You could stick that title on Emma right now and have her run with it for the next year, and I would be happy.
That's fair.
Did either of you guys have Emma?
I almost had Emma, but I thought there were some more opportunities for women that really
she's
need
on
it.
the wrong show. She's just on the fluttered show of women, where SmackDown has 3 good women, if that, and Raw has like 7. She's just kind of screwed.
SmackDown can't even get Becky Lynch on TV. Why would they put Emma on TV?
Exactly.
They can get Becky Lynch on TV. They just put her in a tag team match. That's completely irrelevant.
You guys want to hear my number 3?
Yep.
I had Dana Brooke.
Ooh.
Talk about your early call-ups.
Yeah. She was the one where we were like, okay, Dana Brooke's getting called up. All right, then.
We were down with it. We were like, okay, hopefully they do something with her. They never have done anything with her.
Yeah, Emma got hurt, and so just kind of dropped.
Yep. And
They should have sent her back down instantly when Emma got hurt, but instead.
Oh, I know. But when they couldn't do END and they tried to do the same thing with Charlotte and it just didn't work, it was just not right. It did not go over well, I didn't think.
Charlie, did you have her on your list?
Nope.
I like the differentiation. Charlie, who's your number 3?
Kurt Hawkins. Under the kind of same thing as Slater and Rhino. He's a main roster guy that's never been to NXT. So why not? He's not doing anything here. If he was on SmackDown, he'd never even see the show.
I mean, I just don't think the guy would do well in NXT personally.
He'd more or less be there to put people over.
See, that's my thing. That's why I took Revival off, because I said, how much good would Revival really do? Because the whole point of NXT is to send people down so that they'll hopefully get called back up. I mean, except for like Slater and Rhino, like you're saying.
And with Kurt Hawkins, you can still revive him a new character if you wanted, or throw him in a tag team like you did with Zack Ryder. There's always something.
I could see that happening. But yeah, I could definitely agree with that. Garrett, did you have him on your list?
I did not.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You said yeah. So yeah, I'm with Garrett. I just couldn't see, I don't know what NXT would do. He's a joke on the main roster, and he'd still be a joke in NXT with his current gimmick. So it's like, eh. My number 3, I had Cedric Alexander.
Interesting.
I think he's instantly in the title picture
Completely, yeah.
if he goes down there.
But he gets lost in the swamp of good stars down there vying for that title, I think.
Agreed. That's why I hesitated putting any of the male single stars on here, but I still think Alexander, at the very least, could you imagine Alexander versus Black?
Oh, yeah.
That match would be awesome.
Speaking of NXT, we'll talk after the show.
Okay. So
I'll just say I already said 2 is Apollo Crews for me, so.
Yep. So who is your number 2, Charlie?
I had Alicia Fox.
Okay, I could see that.
10-year veteran. And again, in NXT, there are no veteran women down there. They're all younger.
Yeah, because Natty was down there for a little while, wasn't she? And she was like that for a little while.
Like she could instantly help herself out a lot. She'd have so much more credibility than now.
Oh my gosh, this is going to start happening now.
And I don't know. I think it would help her out a lot and help out NXT women. because they could probably learn a lot from her.
Yeah, she's good in the ring. Really good in the ring.
The cat is
can help
right.
people out a lot more than they probably think. And she's never been to NXT.
The cat has arrived, guys.
Nice. Cat's chilling. All right. Have we all done all the way up to our number 2?
What's your number 2, Brady?
Oh, sorry. My number 2 is Mike Kanellis.
That's
Okay, I
Maria.
can see that.
This would be great for both the company and Mike Kanellis because Maria is currently pregnant. They're expecting a child. It's a much easier schedule for people on NXT. He can be there through the pregnancy, through the childbirth, everything. He can be down for a couple years, revamp his character, become a character on his own. That way, when Maria, if she ever wants to come back as a manager or whatever in like 3 years or something, Mike Kanellis is still young enough to where he could establish himself at NXT, come back up, then she shows up, and all of a sudden they're a big deal. So
There you go.
did either of you guys have Mike Kanellis? No?
No.
Nope.
So I'm curious as to see if our number ones are
Look, y'all got the same person.
Garrett.
I feel like, okay, I have Lana.
Whoa.
That's not what mine is.
Yeah, same. Elaborate.
So, well, what can she do in the ring? Okay. And then what does she even do at all besides this weird thing with Tamina that's not going to ever go anywhere? I mean, this should have been what she was doing. She should have been on the NXT television learning how to be a women's wrestler other than just on house shows and in the back at the Performance Center. Not knocking her ring ability. I'm sure she, if she was allowed to, could do something more than what she's been doing, but she's been made into a joke. She's back to managerial status, not for the person she's even actually married to. I mean, I don't see what she's doing right now, what value she adds to the main roster other than to muddle the women's division on SmackDown more. I mean,
And unless she's just holding out so that she can travel with Rusev, it's like,
and that could be it. Maybe she wants to be closer to him. Maybe she doesn't want to be in Orlando all the time while he's traveling around the country, which I could understand,
right. And she's from here too, so she's still got family and stuff in the area.
Yeah, like he's always going to be going. I assume he's actually from Bulgaria. I don't know if that's true.
So, Charlie, here's how it's going to work, bro. I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, and then we'll say our
guy, bro. I already know this.
Is it a male or female?
It's a male.
Okay, never mind. You go ahead.
I feel like this is so obvious. Luke Harper. I think if there's anyone that should be sent down today, it should be him. The man hasn't had a singles match since June 20th. He's not hurt. Nothing's wrong with him. Singles match on TV.
That is a great person. I didn't think of that, but man. And he could be that step to get to the main title.
Yep, absolutely. You could have him compete for it his first time. As soon as he gets down there, you could have him compete against McIntyre, have him lose, and that helps McIntyre out, keep looking strong. And you could just use him down there.
And
more than I think.
Harper is a good face and heel, so he could face off against Ono and then come back and go against.
Exactly. And you could have him revamp a new character down there. And
You can send Almas to the main roster too, since you don't have to have somebody necessarily like Almas on NXT to just be that stepping stone. Because once you have Harper down there, he's almost better for that role than Almas. Because I feel like Almas needs to come to the main roster as like a face, and then do a massive heel turn.
I think that's just to me. Yeah. I feel like that was the first name I thought of when I think of anyone going to NXT. Is Luke Harper. So go ahead, Brady.
My number 1 is someone that we haven't seen in a little while. And you can probably already guess who it is because it's not a man. I think as soon as she's healthy enough to wrestle, Paige needs to go straight to NXT and take that title day 1.
It was her title originally. She won the original title.
She's the original champion. She's still only 25 years old. She can go down there, not only help the other women, but bring a lot, and I mean a lot, of eyes to NXT. She can do what Enzo did with the cruiserweights, but also be the best worker instantly in NXT. I think it would be perfect. She can have
Paige versus Ruby Riott. No.
Paige, Ruby Riott, they'd probably be friends. They'd probably do like a friend gimmick. But we've seen, just like how I was saying with Luke Harper, Paige is great as a heel or a face. And we wouldn't really know what she is till like the crowd gave her a reaction.
Oh, can you imagine the match that her and Ember Moon would have?
That's what I'm saying. Paige and Ember Moon, Paige and
I bet Peyton and her could have a good match.
yeah, Paige and Peyton, Paige and Candice LeRae, Paige and the chick
Who
that
is-
is Cruiserweight Classic.
Cruiserweight Classic.
Whatever. That's how irrelevant that whole tournament was.
I didn't watch a single episode because I heard it was trash.
It was not good. The finals were even more trashy, weren't they, Charlie?
Yeah, it was not the greatest.
Dude, you're supposed to fire back at me. Now, what's her name, though? Kairi Sane. That's it.
She's good, and there's supposedly there's a couple of good matches, but I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
it's
it
no
wasn't- It
CWC.
wasn't this, like, amazing thing like the Cruiserweight Classic was. Like, I'd say the standard match out of 10 on Cruiserweight Classic was probably, like, an 8. Like, I feel like all the matches were really good. They had a couple stinkers on Cruiserweight Classic, but, like, the 2 semifinals matches and the finals match were amazing on the Cruiserweight Classic. Everyone knew who was going to win. I
Kota
think
Ibushi, Cedric Alexander. Oh my God.
that's the other reason. Yeah, and that was a second-round match in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yep.
Wasn't the finals like Metalik versus Perkins or something?
Yeah.
That was when Perkins really showed what he can actually do, and then they've never shown it again since.
It was awesome. And then the women's, the Mae Young Classic was just like, I don't know, the Cruiserweight Classic, it would have been similar. Everyone thought that it was going to be Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. Everyone thought it was going to be Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. And then they decided that neither of them wanted to sign with WWE. So then the rumor was that they were going to give it to someone else, and then they didn't want to sign with WWE, so then they gave it to Perkins. But it was a backup plan, but it ended up being great for storylines because then all of a sudden Perkins beats Ibushi, and it's like, whoa. The Women's Classic, or whatever it was, the Mae Young Classic, everyone said, oh, Kairi Sane's going to win, and then she just won. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that was cool.
In
You're very robotic.
Classic title. Am I back yet?
Yes.
Sorry, they're saying that in the last round of the Cruiserweight Classic, when they were doing the stream for it, they announced that it was going to be for the Cruiserweight title. Triple H came out and handed over the title. This was for nothing, as far as we know.
Well, no, they did. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, that's the way they announced. They said that they were going to get a title shot for the NXT title, I think.
Right. That was like the day later, though, or something.
Yeah. So, very odd. But anyway, I liked all the picks that we had.
Yeah.
So,
Made some good points. Fun little list.
yeah. And
Fun
it was
podcast tonight.
nice long podcast.
Nice, long, big meat.
Big meat, big man. Make sure you like and subscribe and click the little bell so you know when we go live, and we'll catch you next time.
Deuces.